Welcome back to Rim Racket. Today we're gonna do a mock draft episode. I did not watch a lot of college ball, maybe 3 games, and they were all in March Madness. So by no means am I an expert. This is just it's basketball. It's something fun. So figured we could do it. Um, it looks like we both got our information from the Ringer or Kevin O'Connor.
So shout out to Kevin O'Connor
Yep.
slash the Ringer.
Um, and essentially all we're gonna do is just
Draft.
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 Um,
Just the lottery though.
yeah,
Doing just the lottery, top 14 picks.
just top 14. Before we do that though, I'm going to go through Real GM real quick. I know that last night.
Before you get into that, like and subscribe.
That's good. I'd
Like
appreciate that.
subscribe.
Yeah. Anyways, OG Ananobi is upgraded to questionable for Game 7, so maybe he's back. Hopefully he's back for the Knicks' sake. My phone froze. There we go. James Jones. Suns won't break up Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal trio, so they just want to lose. Pelicans could bid for Donovan Mitchell. Cavaliers could look at trading Jared Allen. Bulls hire Wes Unseld Jr. Bro, what is going on?
I would like to add on the Donovan Mitchell part. I was on Twitter and Bleacher Report made a tweet saying that Donovan Mitchell was upset about how like something with the Cavs locker room, and then Donovan Mitchell retweeted that and said, "This is a bunch of cap. I don't know why y'all listen to this stuff." So I don't know what's going on in Cleveland. Um, let's just win a championship again, please.
Good luck.
LeBron, if you're watching this, please come back, please, for the love of God.
Bulls hire Wes Unseld Jr. as an assistant coach. NBA has more confidence in NBC's financial solvency as talks with TNT continue. So, um, there's been this thing going around that inside, like the NBA, what is it called? Inside the NBA on TNT. Is that the okay?
So.
With Shaq, Ernie, Chuck, and Kenny, they could be losing their show, but looks like we'll see. Hopefully they don't, but if they do, they gave us some really good memories. Um, Kristaps Porzingis expected to miss first 2 games of East Finals. Josh Hart left Game 6 with an abdominal soreness, but we won't know if he'll be able to play yet because there's been no other news. Suns expected to hire Matt Tellem for front office role. So Matt will indeed be telling him. But anywho.
I shouldn't have left that shit.
All right. What time does the game start? Do I have time to get a little Fliff $1 Delio off? It starts at 7. It's only 5 o'clock. We're gonna do this. If you're early to the episode, you have a chance to turn your dollar into. I think I have it going up to $16. Fun fact on the run of like 3 week span where I didn't upload a video because I was gone. I did indeed turn my dollar into $50. So let's do that again. Took $1 today. I'm taking Luca over 2.5 3-pointers made. I'm taking Lou Dort over 1.5 3-pointers made. I think he's hit 2 every game. Isaiah Joe over 1.5 3-pointers made. Cason Wallace to make 1 3. Luca over 28.5 points. Kyrie over 19.5 points. And Derrick Jones Jr. under 9.5 points. Hopefully Derrick Jones Jr. does not do what he did last game and score 19. I need you to play through your star, Luka Doncic, and don't touch the ball, fella. Anyways, that would be your Fliff dollar of the day. It's $1 into 16.60. At least when I put it in. I don't know if the odds have changed, but if they did, they did. If they didn't, there you go. And if it doesn't win, it was free money. It's on the house, literally. If it does win, you're welcome. Anywho, let's get right into the draft. I don't have the draft music or anything like that, unfortunately. But with your first pick in the 2024 NBA draft. The Atlanta Hawks select Alex
Alex
Sarr
Sarr.
from France. I have notes. He's a 6'11", or he's 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan, 217 pounds, and he's 19 years old at the time of this. I don't know how old he's going to be on draft day, but at the time of this, he is 19 years old. He has shades of Jaren Jackson Jr. and Jonathan Isaac. Those are two pretty good players. Speaking of Jaren Jackson Jr., I guess he's a rapper.
I seen that. Yeah.
He dropped something on TikTok and said, "Should I drop it?"
Please keep it.
You know,
Please keep it. In my opinion,
I didn't think it was that bad.
keep it. I didn't even know it was Jaren Jackson at first. I thought he was just trolling, and then I had to watch it a little longer, and I was like, oh, he's serious.
Yeah. But back to Alex Sarr. His pros are that he has finesse and explosiveness. He can handle the ball like a wing. He's a skilled passer, and he has high level of hustle as a rebounder and defender. His cons are that he shoots a lot, but he doesn't make a lot. He shoots 29.5% from three and 61% from free throw. Offhand finishing is lackluster, and footwork needs improvement. I also wrote notes, not for every team, but for some of them. For this one, my notes are that Capella is old and this is his last year, so maybe you could ship him out or something. I don't know. But this could be your future starting center because Onyeka Okongwu, as much as I like him, he just hasn't like proven himself to be a starting center. He's not bad by any means, but I just don't think he's like he could be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the other notes I had is that this pick could be traded. If the Hawks are not going to blow it up, this pick could be traded because they would keep Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. If they don't trade this pick, I'm thinking now this is just a little doozy. Maybe the Spurs, if they're still interested in one of those guards, could trade for could trade one of their picks for one of those guards, plus some more picks. But like Trae Young, you trade pick four, Trae Young, or trade pick four and some other stuff for Trae Young. Keldon Johnson is a shopping target for the Spurs. Trade him, get him out of there. If you can get a higher pick, like if the Hawks trade the first pick to the Spurs.
They're stupid. They're
Wait,
stupid.
no,
They're stupid.
I'm thinking wrong. That's not what I meant. I meant they're not if they don't trade. Okay, hold on. Whoa, crazy.
Slow it down.
Come back. Okay, the Hawks. The Hawks. What I'm saying is if the Hawks keep this pick and they decide to blow it up, then the Spurs could trade one of their picks for one of the guards. Not that the Hawks are going to trade the first pick to the Spurs. That would not happen. Okay, there we go.
Well, it's also again.
Yeah, you never know.
They'll draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
They'll pick quarterback.
Yeah, they'll pick. They might pick me.
They just might.
So that was the first pick, unanimous. Alex Sarr. That's pretty much how it is across the board.
Yep.
That he's the first pick. For the second pick, maybe we have differences. Maybe we don't.
Who do you have?
With the second pick, the Wizards. That's who it is.
Yep.
The Wizards select. I have Nikola Topic.
I had him, but then I started thinking about it, and then I had Donovan Clingan from UConn.
Okay. All right. So I'll run over mine, and then you can run over Donovan Clingan. Or do you have stuff for Donovan?
Because if not, I just have his comparison, but you can go ahead.
Okay, because I have notes on both of them, so I could just read off the notes. But I have Nikola Topic. He is from Serbia. He's a 6'6", 200-pound, 18-year-old guard with shades of Goran Dragic. His pros are that he's a great playmaker and can control the game. He's a crafty shot creator, can score in the paint with a deep bag. His footwork is very nice, and he's not afraid of contact. His cons are that he has a stiff shot. Defenders give him space, typically only shoots when he's open, and he's mostly a downhill player, and he is an inconsistent defender. My notes were that the Wizards need everything. So no matter what they draft here, Donovan Clingan, Nikola Topic, Zachary Rishashire, I think is how you say his
Yeah,
name.
something like that.
Whoever they draft here, they need them. So, you know, this pick could go either way. You said you have Donovan Clingan.
Yeah. He's a 7'2" center from UConn.
Yep.
UConn had a really impressive season last year. Um, won the national championship against Purdue. Um, I would have said Zach Edey, but Zach Edey, I don't think he's not top three.
He's not
He's
lottery.
not top three. No. Well,
He's not in my lottery.
stay tuned for Zach Edey.
Okay.
But 7'2", 280 with a 7'7" wingspan. Massive interior presence who projects as a post threat on offense and a paint protector for defense. I have his draft comparison as Roy Hibbert or Jakob Poeltl.
Yep.
And like I said, he in college he averaged 13 points, 7.5 boards, about 2 assists, and shot about 64% from the field. And like I said, led UConn to the championship against a really good Purdue team as well. So, and like he said, the Wizards need everything.
Yep.
They need us, for God's sake.
For real.
Either or. Nikola Topic would be a really good pick as well. So, as the Wizards, you can't go wrong having the second pick.
You got a player. That's all that matters for the Wizards.
Unless the Wizards are stupid and reach and draft Bronny James just to get LeBron.
I don't know. It is the Wizards. My notes for Donovan Clingan is that his pros are his defense in general. He's a rim protector. He can play drop coverage. He rebounds really well. He has good hands. He's a lob threat. He has post presence and great awareness and a good passer. His cons were that his free throws suck. He needs to keep working on his post moves to add a hook shot and deeper stuff like a deeper bag. And that he needs fast lateral movement for one-on-one for defense. He's willing to shoot, just needs practice and confidence. Those were my notes for Donovan Clingan. Again, the Wizards need everything. So whoever you take, as long as it's one of the guys that are projected in the lottery, I think you're okay. With the number 3 pick,
the Rockets.
Select. You want to go first?
The Rockets played really well last year, so for them to get the 3rd pick, you're just another step closer to what you're working for.
Ime is a really good coach.
I have Matas Buzelis.
Oh, wow. Okay, so our lists are going to be all over the place. Yep. I have Zachary Rishashar here. You can go first.
Matas I think I'm saying his name right.
I think so too. Matas Buzelis.
He's like a point forward from the G League Unite. 6'11" with he's a connect. I thought it had his wingspan, but I guess it doesn't.
Some of them did. Some of them didn't.
Yeah. Connective playmaker with size, shooting, and the ability to play anywhere on the floor. Shades of Lamar Odom or Hedo Turkoglu. He's versatile, like I said, at 6'11", and you can play almost anywhere. I think he'll give the Rockets a lot of good spacing for their young guards that they have. Can shoot a little bit. Feel like I said, spacing is a big thing in the NBA.
Yeah.
So if a bunch of young guys together like that, I feel like at first I think he was. I've watched him in high school, watched clips of him as a high schooler, and he was great then. In G League, I watched a couple clips, and he was good there. So I think if you add him with the young Rockets squad, they could flourish. Maybe not to the finals just yet, but that's another young piece that you can add on a somewhat winning team because they got knocked out of the play-in by the Warriors, right? So I feel like that would make the Rockets more fun to watch than they already are.
Yeah. My cons were from Matas Buzelis were that he is a streaky shooter. His handles are loose. His finishing needs work, and he's slower and needs muscle. But I mean, again, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
All those things can be worked on. I think he's a good prospect. You did hit the head on the nail. Hit the nail on the head. That's what it is. Pause. With the what he's good at. my notes. Okay, my notes are strictly for him. So I said if he finds his shot, I like him. So who did I say? Pick three. My pick three was Zachary Rishar. I think I'm saying his name right. If I'm not, whatever. I apologize to him, but to nobody else. Anyways, um, he is from France. He's 6'8", 202 pounds, and he's 19 years old. His shades of were Michael Porter Jr. His pros, he's a two-way player, knockdown shooter, shooting 47.1% from three. He's a solid ball handler. He has quick decision making as a passer. He moves laterally like a wing, aware help defender who excels in altering shots. So I don't know where the MPJ comparison comes in, other than the shooting part, but just on paper, again, I didn't watch a lot of these guys, but just on paper, he sounds like he's a way better defender than MPJ.
The comparison I have for him is Harrison Barnes.
Okay, I don't know. Still, way better defender than Harrison Barnes, just on paper. So I don't know. His cons though were that he struggles to score in the paint, and he could improve at the free throw line. Again, free throws are like everybody can improve at the free throw line. I don't know how people shoot so bad at the free throw line. It's the only time you're not guarded.
I would like to point out this draft has a lot of people from the overseas
Yes.
and a lot of G leaguers.
Yep.
A lot of G leaguers and overseas players in this draft. Not a whole lot of college pros. I mean, there's going to be college prospects in the draft, obviously, but
Yeah.
it'll be more overseas G League.
While we're on this topic, I would also like to say that this draft, people have been calling it a weak draft. Like, I don't think it's weak. It's not. It's not a bad draft at all. It's just that there's no like, there's no Wimby.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no like star-studded like that's gonna. There's no LeBron James. There's no Wimby. There's no, you know, star-studded guy. But all these guys that like I have on my draft board after just doing the research and like reading about them and stuff like that, like these guys are gonna be good players.
Yeah.
Are they gonna be superstars? I don't know. Time will tell. But
it's hard to like because you have people like Alex R and Zachary Rishar that played overseas pro ball as 18, 19-year-olds. Alex R averaged like 9 points, 9.5 points, almost 10 points, something along those lines. And he's looked at as number one pick.
But it's pro ball.
You look at that on paper and it's like, guy averaged 10 points. How's he going to be first in the draft?
Right.
But you got to realize it's different. It's a different level, different basketball played over there. So
it's a lot more physical over there too.
Yes.
So maybe he gets more calls over here.
Yeah.
But again, my cons were that he needs. Was that him? That he needs a better free throw.
Montez.
Yeah. Buzelis. I don't remember what I said about him. But my other notes for this pick for the Rockets. What?
I think you're talking about Zach.
I was talking about Zach.
Yeah.
But my other notes for this trade in general is that it could be traded. One thing I have seen on like Twitter and everywhere else, a trade could be made for Jimmy Butler.
Ooh.
I don't know what else would be involved in that package, but I do know that Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler had quote unquote beef. Jimmy Butler said something, and then Pat Riley basically said like, you know, if you're not gonna play, shut the hell up or something like that. So there could be turmoil in Miami culture. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Jimmy Butler's a different guy. Maybe he didn't take it any certain way. Could be. But the pick could be moved. And that's one of the only trades that like I have a name for. So with the fourth pick, the San Antonio Spurs select.
I have Rob Dillingham.
I also have Rob Dillingham. All right. Rob Dillingham is from Kentucky. He is a 6'1" guard with a 6'2" wingspan. He's 175 pounds and he's 19 years old. I have shades of Lou Will and Bones Highland.
I've seen Darius Garland as well as
okay,
which fits that shades of as well.
Yeah,
the smaller guard.
So Rob Dillingham, his pros are that he's a dynamic shot creator and gets to any spot he wants. He's a crafty finisher, hits the three at a great clip, skilled playmaker that's becoming more of a willing passer, and he can hustle, and he does hustle. His cons were that he falls out of play on defense typically, so like he just like might get crossed or um, something like that. Bad positioning, stuff like that. Um, he has lack of size because he's 6'1". So in today's game, it's not horrible because Jalen Brunson's like 6 foot something. Well, he is 6 foot something, but like 6 foot something. You know what I'm saying? Like 6 foot, 6'1". And he's excelling extremely well in New York. So, you know, I don't know. His passing accuracy also needs improvement. That was the last cons I had. I didn't have any notes though. So, do you have anything
No,
you want to say?
I watched them in high school and in college, and although Kentucky didn't go as far as they wanted to in the tournament, Rob Dillingham's still a good player. Pretty sure he came off the bench. Him and Reed Shepard both came off the bench and averaged the most points at Kentucky this past year. So, in the Spurs, they're looking for a guard. Whether they trade for somebody, whether they draft one,
Uh huh.
they're looking for guards. I think Rob Dillingham could be a good piece to train in San Antonio with Greg Popovich.
Yep.
You'll know you'll have Tony Parker in that system somehow, some way. Like how all the Spurs was it Tim Duncan, Dave Robinson, Tony Parker, they all got with Wimby.
Yeah.
And it's Pop. I feel like if he does draft a young guard like that, you have a vet like that come and give you advice and wisdom.
Yeah. I really
As a
like.
smaller guard in the league too.
Yeah. I like Rob Dillingham here again. If the Hawks plan to blow it up, maybe they trade pick 4 for Trey Young or DeJounte Murray. Bring him back home. You never know. Either way, they're looking for a guard. I think if they keep their pick, Rob Dillingham, great player. With the 5th pick, I apologize.
I'm gonna go first because you already drafted this guy, Zachary Worcestershire.
All right, Detroit Pistons. Yeah. 5th pick, Detroit Pistons. Okay, my 5th pick was Matas Buzelis. So there we go. And we've already covered both of them. So
Matas on Detroit.
I like it because Jalen Duren is he's an inside big.
Yeah.
So if you find somebody that can stretch the floor next to him, then as long as he can get his jumper, again, I like him next to Jalen Duren a lot. I've seen other mock drafts where people would take like a point guard here, but I don't know why Detroit would take a guard again unless you're shopping Jaden Ivey.
Or Cade, unless Cade's made it clear.
Maybe, I don't know. But if they're not doing that, then I like Buzelis. I also like Richardshire here. Just somebody that can, potentially stretch the floor, add some spacing.
Their builds are similar, so either or would work good.
All right, well, pick 6, I believe, is the Charlotte Hornets.
I have Reed Shepard.
I also have Reed Shepard. All right.
I have a comparison of Kirk Heinrich.
Where's that? I have Derek White.
Yep.
He is from Kentucky. He's 6'3", 187 pounds, and he's 20 years old. His pros are that he is a huge defensive impact, has the right mentality, shoots extremely well with a quick release, and he's a nice passer. The only cons I have for this guy was that his decision making is lacking. But again, that comes with time and play. My notes were that LaMelo can't stay healthy, but even if he does, I believe they could mesh well. So if LaMelo just keeps getting injured and injured, this guy is a guard, a really good guard with good playmaking ability. So if LaMelo's out, there's a point guard for you. You don't have to go to, I don't know. I don't even know who's on the Hornets. The Hornets are one of the teams I just don't watch because they always stink. But like I said, if LaMelo is healthy, LaMelo's 6'7". Just put him at the 2 guard or even just keep running him at the 1 because this guy is a lockdown defender. Apparently, is it raining? No, it's just dark outside. All right, my bad. Yeah, I like Reed Shepard a lot.
Yep. In college again, second leading scorer, I think, behind Rob, coming off the bench at Kentucky. So
yeah. Number 7.
I have Nikola Topic here.
This is the Portland Trailblazers.
Yep.
Number 7, you have Topic.
Yep.
I have Donovan Clingan.
See, the Blazers got DeAndre Ayton, so that's
right.
why.
So here's my notes for that. We've already went over Donovan Clingan. My notes for this was that DeAndre Ayton is lazy at times, and this guy could give him a run for his money. So like he could make him want to like, hey, um, lock in, twin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plus DeAndre Ayton has shown in the past, and he's said it before, that he wants to play power forward. So if you get Donovan Clingan, there you go. Now you have no excuse. Go out there and play your game. You know, you either keep playing well
Play
or
all.
yeah, basically. Um, um, I also think he's a great pairing with Scoot because he is, like we said earlier. Um, he's really good at defense. He rebounds well. He's a lob threat. And Scoot towards the end of the season started to improve really well, or like started to play like we thought Scoot would. Again, improving like in sports or just in life in general is it's not like 2K. It's not linear, you know? Like just cuz this guy comes like Wimby. No, I'm not going to use Wimby. That's a bad one. Cuz he's going to do good. Scoot, you know? Just cuz he started to do good last season towards the end of the career and oh my god.
In the season. Slow it down.
Towards the end of the season doesn't mean that he's going to keep doing good at the beginning of next season. Maybe he starts out slow again, but it's not a video game. Give these guys some time to improve.
Woo. Yeah.
Anywho,
Right.
so that's why I have Donovan Clingan there. Topic.
I have
That's a
Toby
good pick.
there. He's lit on the ringer. It said that he's a crafty shot creator who jitterbugs around the floor to generate buckets.
Yep.
And if you have Scoot Henderson leading that team, if you're going to put the keys in Scoot's hands, I mean, he's only a rookie, so I mean, I didn't expect much rookie season.
Right.
But you put in the work and improve your sophomore season. If you have someone who can move around the floor like Topic, why not have him? You know what I'm saying? I feel like there was who I have next was right there neck and neck with him for the Spurs for the 8th pick.
I also my 8th pick. I was like,
my 8th pick. I have Cody Williams out of Colorado.
Oh wow, okay. 8th pick is the Spurs. I have Ron Holland.
Oh, you must not know.
You must not know.
You must not.
Ron
know.
Holland.
Yeah.
He's from Ignite. He is 6'8", 195 pounds, and 18 years old. He has shades of Harrison Barnes. But again, I don't know how the shades of works because this guy's a defensive monster.
I think it's build and
maybe
play style.
But that doesn't make any sense
because Cody Williams is 6'8", 180 in shades of Jalen Rose.
Yeah, but Harrison Barnes isn't locking in on defense like Ron Holland, so I don't understand it. But Ron Holland, his pros are that he's very athletic and a smart slasher, can create a shot off the dribble, but not consistently yet. He's young. Selfless playmaker, great defender that can switch on quick players, and he hustles. Having that with Victor Wembanyama would be insane. Plus, if you're drafting Rob Dillingham, who's 6'1", this guy can pick up where he needs help at. That was my thought process. His cons were that his spot up shooting and free throws need work. Greg Popovich would probably help out with that. More versatility while attacking on dribble moves, and his offhand finishing needs work. My notes were that I love this pick. If he can become a consistent shooter, they're going to be nasty. Also, Keldon should get moved. So
see, that's the thought process I had with putting Cody Williams here. Cody Williams averaged about 12 points a game, 3 boards, 2 assists, shot 55% from the field, and 41.5% from 3. Shades of Jalen Rose. I also have Jaden McDaniels. I like Cody Williams for Colorado because everyone, if you thought about Colorado in college sports, you obviously thought about football with Deion Sanders and his sons and all that shit, all that good stuff. But Cody Williams is a bucket. He is a bucket. Ron Holland is also a bucket. And like their build is really similar.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Their strengths are
honestly the pros and cons are basically the same as well.
But my 9th pick is where Ron Holland falls on my draft board to the Grizzlies.
9th pick is the Grizzlies. I will say the Grizzlies have already said that they would like to trade this pick. So whoever gets it, this is who you're gonna get, basically. My 9th pick was Stephon Castle. which that for me,
honestly.
8 and 9, that's what, because I was thinking Ron Holland or Stephon Castle. I didn't know which one to go. But he is from Yukon. He's 6'6" with a 6'8" wingspan. He's 190 pounds and he's 19 years old. He has shades of Markel Fultz and Anthony Black. His pros are that he's a great playmaker who makes the right plays, good finisher, can score at all three levels, and he's a really good defender as well. His cons were that his shooting is an issue. He has good mechanics. He just needs to knock it down more. Um, and his only other con, which isn't bad, is that he's a jack of all trades. And why that's a con is that he just doesn't excel at any one thing. So like he's not like an elite
Scorer.
score. Yeah, like but he can do it all, which again isn't a bad thing at all. But you
The
know,
best thing.
right?
Whoa,
Um,
whoa. I had Ron Holland. For all the reasons you said, like I said, him and Cody Williams, you can interchange them. I feel like seeing Ron Holland's game, watching the clips I've seen, Ron Holland has that type of I'm the guy, like the grit that the Grizzlies have, like probably John Morant mannerisms, but without guns, is Ron Holland. I see that a lot in Ron Holland, and I feel like he would just fit with Grizzly culture a lot. And I think his, what he's good at is also fits what the Grizzlies got.
yeah. I mean, see, in my personal opinion, I think if the Grizzlies keep the pick, they should get a center.
I didn't know they were trying to trade the pick either, so
Yeah,
that also throws things in perspective for me. So
yeah. But I think if they for some reason keep the pick, I think they need a center because Jaron Jackson can then play power forward and he can roam. He's obviously great at defense. If you have him as a roamer, they're going to be locked down. Um, but I don't have the Memphis in mind. They said that they wanted to trade the pick, so I just went with the best player in my opinion that was there. Number 10 is the Utah Jazz. I have Dalton Connect.
I have Jacoby Walter.
Okay. Um, Dalton Connect is from Tennessee, 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. He's 212 pounds and he's 23 years old. He has shades of KCP and Max Struess. His pros: he can knock down the three, can create off the dribble, can finish with either hand, and can handle contact. Has playmaking ability and he's a smart player. His cons were that he's not good on defense. Whatever. Could use improvement in the shot creating aspect as well. Um, my notes, my notes say two words: good player. I don't know why I said that, but hey, he's good.
Yep.
Um, who'd you have? Jacoby.
Jacoby Walter from Baylor.
Okay.
He played in Branson in high school for Lincoln, won nationals there. That's how I first got fond of his game, and then he went to Baylor. Excelled at Baylor, 6'5", combo guard, 195 at 19 years old with a 6'10" wingspan.
Mm-hmm.
Assertive scorer with a silky shooting stroke and tenacious competitive spirit. Shades of Chris Middleton.
It's pretty good.
He's good as a movement shooter, a pull-up threat, on-ball defense. Um, he's really everything you want in a guard.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
He's literally everything you want in a guard. I feel like Baylor could have went farther in the tournament if they had more pieces around him. But that's just me. You know, don't yell at me about it. He averaged 14 and a half with 4.5 boards, 1.5 assists, shot 37% from the field, and 34% from three. So I mean, not terrible splits, but as a player, and you're the Jazz, you don't got anything.
Yeah, again, the
You don't
Jazz
need-
are kind of they're not like in the same boat as the Wizards, but like they can see them. You know,
Yeah.
like they're just ahead of them. But because like the Jazz have more talent than the Wizards, in my personal
Yeah.
opinion.
Oh yeah.
Um,
What did the Jazz finish this year?
I don't remember. They weren't crazy like good, but again, you know, you still have Laurie Markkinen unless you trade him. I don't know the Jazz future, so I'm not even gonna go into that. But I just picked Dalton Connect because I actually have no idea why. I have no idea why. He just fell at 10 for me. But I'm not mad with Jacoby pick at all.
For my 11th pick, I did have Dalton neck. Who I
The
also
Bulls, by the
see,
way.
huh?
The Bulls, by the
Yeah,
way.
the Bulls. Who I also see as compared to Wally Zerbiak, and more backstory on him because Tennessee was a number one seed in the tournament, I believe, number one or two seed. So they were up there.
I
Tennessee was
don't
really
remember.
good last year. He had a 40-point game against Kentucky, 39-point game against Auburn, 31-point game against South Carolina, 39 points in a blowout over Florida, and 37 points against North Carolina. So if you're Chicago and Dalton is on the board, grab him because he is a bucket getter. Also, as everything Jordan said, but that's just some more backstory to his college days. And who'd you have for your Bulls pick?
My 11th pick was Cody Williams.
Okay, I could see Cody Williams. I think would flourish in Chicago too, especially
Everything you've already talked about, Jalen Rose, all that. Um,
especially with DeMar DeRozan
mhm.
getting older. You don't know about Zach LaVine if he's going to stay, if he's going to ship him. You don't.
My notes for them was that they keep saying that they want to win. So like this isn't like this is essentially a retool pick. So my notes were that if Lonzo comes back and is good, the Bulls want to compete. So I think they just take the best player available. And on my draft board, at this moment, it would be Cody Williams. Um, that's all I had. Number 12. Who's number 12?
The Thunder.
The Thunder.
Which, if you're the Thunder, you you don't really need this pick.
Yeah, it doesn't
You don't
matter
need
too
it.
much. You could trade it,
You can
honestly.
trade it if you want it, or if you want to develop a young guy,
Trade it to the Jazz. Go get Lowry.
or trade it
Maybe.
to Phoenix and get Kevin Durant
Oh,
again.
they don't want to break up. Anyways, I'm definitely not going to say this guy's name right. Again, I apologize to you and you only. To Jane Salon.
He's not even on my board.
I don't know if that's how you say it, but he's from France. He's 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan. He's 203 pounds and he's 18 years old. He has shades of Chandler Parsons. I don't know how the shades of work, okay? Because listen to his pros. Terrific defender with a great mindset. Where the fuck is Chandler Parsons in there at, huh? Where is that at? I don't understand the shades of. No offense to Kevin O'Connor, but I just don't understand your shades of. I just didn't watch any ball, but just reading the scouting report that I'm getting, that is not shades of Chandler Parsons. He can knock down the three ball with a silky jumper. That's Chandler Parsons. Except his jumper was like a laser. Lob threat, not Chandler Parsons. Very active and always moving. Okay. Anyways, his cons were that he needs more fundamentals for on-ball defense. He needs improvement shooting off the dribble, needs improvement at the free throw line, and his touch around the rim. His playmaking also needs help. So basically, he's a raw prospect. But it's the Thunder. You know, if whoever they draft here, he's probably not going to get much playing time. Anyways, so you might as well take the raw prospect if you're going to keep the pick. You know, put him in the G League. Maybe he flourishes. Whatever. My notes, I didn't have it. So
I doubt you had this guy on your board.
at 12, did you do your 12?
Yeah. No, I didn't say him yet.
Oh, okay.
Jared McCain.
I do have him on my board.
You do? Oh, awesome. I thought the Tar Heel bias was going to get you.
No, I don't do that.
All right. Well, anyway, Jared McCain. 6'3", 195 pounds. He's a shooter with a really good playmaking mindset. Shades of Seth Curry.
I also have Emmanuel Quickly as my shades of.
Emmanuel Quickly. I have that down as well. And he's a really good defender. Another semi-good combo guard. I wouldn't put him on Jacoby Walter level, but if he's open, you hit him, he's going in there.
Yep.
And he started off rocky at Duke. He didn't have a good first couple games, but he progressively got on it and on it and on it and on it and on it. And he's really proved himself. I would have loved for him to have stayed for the talent we got coming in next year, but go get that money, Jared. So, but as the Thunder, as a point guard, you're gonna play behind Shea. Probably won't play at all, and that's okay. But I feel like the player Jerry McCain is, if the Thunder are up by like 40, why not throw Jerry McCain in there? He'll get you.
It's kind of disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful. Not disrespectful.
I don't know.
You're playing behind an MVP candidate. Come on now.
I guess. Um, my cons, while we're on him, my only cons for Jared McCain is that he's not super fast and he's smaller compared to his peers. But speaking of Jared McCain, at pick number 13, the Sacramento Kings, that's who I have, Jared
Yeah.
McCain. My notes were that to bring the kid home, because I think he's from Sacramento. Um, and I also think he'd just be a good fit for Sac. Pause. Um, because on the bench, there's their guard is I almost said Donovan Mitchell. Davion Mitchell. Um, so I think you Jared McCain, you got an elite shooter off the bench at all times. At all times. Plus, Malik Monk is probably gone. So you need somebody to put that ball in that basket. Jared McCain could possibly be that guy. So that's who I have at 13. Who do you have at 13?
Khalil Ware from Indiana.
I had
a
I had
7 foot, 210 center who plays like Brooke Lopez and Miles Turner.
If the Memphis keep their pick, that's who I think they should get.
He's athletic. He can block shots. He's a lob threat. He can score on the inside. He shoots easy from the three. I mean, he's a really good prospect, and I really hated to put him this low on my draft board, but I think he's a steal. If you get him in the lottery, I think he's a steal. And if he plays like how he did in school, he could be something. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be an MVP or nothing. He could be something.
From the same place as TJD.
Huh?
Trace Jackson Davis.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Buddy Hield, the line.
What was that? That was your 13?
Yep.
Okay, pick 14. Portland Trailblazers again to end the video or to end the draft, the mock draft. This is where I have Jacoby Walter. You've already said everything about him. My cons were that his handles need work, lack of opportunity to be a lead playmaker where he was, needs muscle and more lateral quickness to become an elite defender. The reason why I have him going here now is because honestly, I don't know how to draft for Portland because they have Scoot at the guards. They have Scoot. They have Shaden Sharp. They have Anthony Simons unless they ship him. That's 3 guards right there. 3 guards. Then on top of that, you still have Jeremy Grant. You still have DeAndre Ayton. I just don't know how to draft for them, but I picked him because he's really good. I think he's the best player sitting at 14, in my opinion, from my draft board. So that's why he went there.
This is why I have Zach Edey.
I didn't even consider him.
This is why I have Zach Edey. I've been big on Zach Edey all college long. I had Purdue winning the whole damn thing, and they blew it for me in the most important game. But 7'3", 306 pounds with a 7'11" wingspan, massive center with a skill set that has transformed him from a fringe draft prospect to a potential lottery pick. He has real good post presence. I hope so. It being 7'3". He's interior scorer, shades of Zubac and Jonas Valanciunas. His cons are that he is a limited defender. You get him on the perimeter, he's not gonna hold you. He's not gonna hold you at all. But catch him down low, he might send you back. He might send you back. I don't know. I did watch a little bit of him at the combine. Did really well at the combine. A lot better than I thought he was going to be. So hopefully he flourishes how I want him to. Because that guy's a beast. He was a beast in high school. I'm pretty sure he went and played at Spire.
Couldn't tell you.
I think he went to some type of high school. Because he's obviously not from here. So, but yeah, I just got a lot of high hopes for Zach Edey.
That's it. That's your mock draft.
That is your mock draft.
Let us know your favorite prospect in the draft in the comments below. Also, again, we're not draft experts. This is the first time we've ever done anything like this. But I think it was fun. It was cool. I will say the Thunder versus Mavericks play tonight. If the Mavericks win, they advance. If the Thunder win, there's a game 7.
They playing in Dallas?
They are, I believe. Yeah. Tomorrow, Sunday, Game 7, Pacers versus Knicks at 2:30 Central. What a great time to pick a game at NBA. Because people don't have to work.
I know.
I'm people. I mean, no, I'm not. Because
people.
I do have to work.
I'm people.
And the Timberwolves and Nuggets play at 7. So at least I'll be able to watch one.
Watch the better game out of the two.
I don't know.
I
really
was
like
watching
the
the
Knicks.
Pacers Knicks game last night.
So was I.
Yeah, it was a sad deal. I hated seeing Josh Hart go out the way he did.
Yep. Anyways, that's it from basketball. Do you have anything else you want to hit 10K?
I hit 10K on Spotify. 10K. Wasn't on a video. I still wasn't on a video, but I got it on a song. I'll take it. It was a goal of mine from the beginning of the year. Thank you, God. Thank you, everybody who's done streamed it. Go run it up. Too late. Lil Audio, you Kemp on all platforms. The video's on YouTube. So, yep. Appreciate that. Appreciate Jordan for hating on me so I can go make that song.
Couldn't have done it without me. I only made you better.
Something like that.
I'll take all the credit.
I'll remember this at my Grammy speech.
Yes, sir. We'll play this video in the background.
Yeah.
I need to start streaming again and start getting clips. I also need to start getting clips from this and just spamming TikTok before it gets banned. Because TikTok, at the moment, is still the fastest way to grow any content you have.
The thing is, they've been talking about banning TikTok for months now.
But it's confirmed. Like, it's going to be banned January.
Of next year?
Yes. Okay. Right now, which is unconstitutional, by the way. They're trying to get them to sell their platform to an American-based platform, allegedly, which, again, is unconstitutional. You can't just force somebody to do that. Right. But I don't like politics.
VPN.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what could happen to you, especially if you keep uploading videos on there. I'm sure they'd find you.
The thing is, I don't know why TikTok's getting banned, but Twitter is A-okay.
Twitter is awful.
Twitter is...
I could open it right now and watch somebody get shot in the head. Don't know why. I don't ask for it.
Crazy you say that happened. Because jumped on Twitter yesterday and seen a video of that, and it was a rapper from Maryland. He was messing with a gun on video for a TikTok, actually. And he shot himself in the head and he's dead.
Oh my God.
R.I.P. to him. Yeah.
I opened TikTok. Not TikTok. I almost said Twitch. I opened Twitter this morning, and my first video was somebody in a barbershop getting their hair cut, and the caption said he thought he was messing around or something. And the guy walked in, shot him, and then the barber backed away, pulled out his gun, shot him, and I was like, I don't want to see this shit. Why is it on here? This is not for me. It's not for me.
Jordan, you don't follow those people?
Hell no. I clicked the top 3 dots, and I clicked block account. I blocked the account. So now, next time I open Twitter, you know what? I'm going to do it right now.
Just live reaction.
Don't look at my phone. We'll see what pops up.
Live reaction.
I'm going to click home. First thing that pops up. Put me in a psych ward then. It's somebody quote tweeting a tweet with Selma Hayek. And it says, man, you got to be a sick individual if you like women that are older than you. Like, I didn't ask for this. And then if I press home and scroll up, I got one that says, I know she's embarrassed. And it's a video. And it looks like she's drunk. I don't know what's going on. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. Yet, I don't know. If the video's not over, I'm not going to watch it.
I've been on Twitter all day. It's been nothing but inspirational stuff. So I'm thank you.
I don't understand why. Because my Twitter, I open it. It's somebody getting shot, killed, ran over, or it's titties. And I can't stop it. It's not for me. I didn't ask for any of this. I literally, if you go to my Twitter, all I follow are sports accounts. Why am I not getting sports things? What is going on? Make it make sense.
Oh,
make it make sense. I don't get it.
Elon, get your shit under control,
Look,
man.
Father attacks man in court who threw his 3-year-old daughter off a bridge into a river and killed his girlfriend. I don't want that. I don't want it. Why is that on there? I'm not interested at all. And then the one underneath it is incredible footage of a great white shark breaching. What does that mean? A great white shark just jumped out of the water. That one's cool. I like nature videos. Why did I have to see the man fight another man for And then the caption was crazy. And then the 5th post down, we get an ESPN. Kelsey Plum found the camera after getting fouled by Cameron Brink. And then the next tweet is from Kai. We'll accept that one. It says fuck IGN. I don't know what they did to you, but I agree. Anyways, yeah, Twitter's pretty bad.
So Elon, get shit under control, man.
Hey,
go buy TikTok, Elon.
Yeah. Well,
no, then that'll be the exact same way.
Yep.
And God forbid, everyone's For You pages will be cursed.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Anyways, yeah, I need to start clipping stuff and uploading it so we can get content. That's about it. That's all I got. All right, well, then I'll say that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, what he said and I said at the same time. Again, leave your favorite prospect down below. It doesn't have to be a lottery pick.
It doesn't have to be us.
It could be anybody.
It doesn't have to be us.
Yeah, if you want my stats,
Go watch the rim racket runs.
5'9", and don't watch the rim racket runs. I played horribly.
Watch the first one.
You can watch that one because I wasn't in it. All I did was argue.
Yeah. Make the wrong calls. We're not gonna get on that.
I'm still upset because I'm not that bad.
Oh, I gotta discuss it with you off camera. But
okay.
And on that note,
see ya
later.